Hey guys, it's Cowlauncher. Today's August 2008, and I'd like to talk about this week's downloadable content. For the Xbox Live Arcade, we get an amazing little platform puzzle game called Braid. And for the PlayStation Network, we get the $2 team mode for Snakeball, which just came out last week for $10. We also get a Montreal track, I guess for NASCAR 09 for $4. And the third issue of Core Magazine, their online whatever magazine thing. If you have a subscription, it's $25 for a year, or individual issues for $3. And I believe if you do have an annual subscription, you get into the beta for Resistance 2. And it's kind of cool. If you are a subscriber, they will have exclusive betas for you. I am not at the moment, and Resistance 2 probably wouldn't be my thing anyway. For the WiiWare, we get Wildwest Guns, which is a light gun shooter kind of game. And for Virtual Console, we get Sonic the Hedgehog for the Master System and Splatterhouse 2 for Genesis. Now, last week I announced that the Samurai Showdown 2 was coming out, and I got that from a fairly reputable Virtual Console site. They also announced that the original Mega Man and East, Book 1 and 2 for the Turbo CD were to be released this week, but something happened and they didn't come out. A lot of people think that Nintendo saw the announcements, which were made by their respective companies, and decided to just pull the plug on that shit and decide to release two games of their own design. And that's just probably Nintendo pulling their rank, their chains, their keys, whatever, their power to confuse and mix shit up. So that's kind of disappointing. I am looking forward to the original Mega Man and East Book 1 and 2, and hopefully that'll be out next week. Now for demos this week, we get Wall-E for the 360 and Alone in the Dark. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned the Command & Conquer Canes expansion has a $5 map pack, and Battlefield Bad Company has a free map pack as well. And the Burnout Paradise finally came out with their Cagney update, and that is free. So check that out if you like Burnout. In the coming weeks, we will be expecting, I believe next week is Bionic Commando, followed by Castle Crashers and Galaga Legion. So there's good stuff coming, you guys. And also, I do apologize for last week. I was not able to get my video, but I got a new capture card, and I'm going to show a little bit of Geometry Wars 2. For the few people who have not downloaded it yet, it is an awesome must-have game, and that's pretty much all I have. Oh, the Rock Band content, excuse me. The Crew Fest Pack number 2 came out for $3, as well as 2 songs from System of a Down. Guitar Hero 3 came out with their Interscope 3-pack this week for $6.25 Dark. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned the Command & Conquer Canes expansion has a $5 map pack, and Battlefield Bad Company has a free map pack as well. And the Burnout Paradise finally came out with their Cagney update, and that is free. So check that out if you like Burnout. In the coming weeks, we will be expecting, I believe next week is Bionic Commando, followed by Castle Crashers and Galaga Legion. So there's good stuff coming, you guys. And also, I do apologize for last week. I was not able to get my video, but I got a new capture card, and I'm going to show a little bit of Geometry Wars 2. For the few people who have not downloaded it yet, it is an awesome must-have game, and that's pretty much all I have. Oh, the Rock Band content, excuse me. The Crew Fest Pack number 2 came out for $3, as well as 2 songs from System of a Down. Guitar Hero 3 came out with their Interscope 3-pack this week for $6.25. You get some songs, and one of them is Marilyn Manson. Good stuff. So that's pretty much all I have for this week. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we will see ya. Yow! Alright, here we start off with Braid, exclusive for Xbox Live Arcade for $15, which is a little bit higher than your average arcade game. Now this is a very unique platform puzzle game, kind of taken a little bit off from Super Mario mixed with, I don't know, a game where you can rewind time to where you messed up. I don't know if it's Blinks or Prince of Persia, but it is very unique. You have to find these jigsaw pieces scattered around these different worlds, and they're, of course, not easy to get to. You have to solve these different kinds of puzzles, and you don't have any weapons. You just jump on the bad guys to go higher, and that's pretty much it. I was hooked by the graphics and the sound. It is really, really unique. I have never played anything quite like this, and the complete package for $15, you are getting tons well, I don't know about tons, but you're getting some hard puzzles that you have to solve. I literally had to shut the machine off and come back and try to solve it again. Now, there's 6 different worlds. I believe there's 60 puzzle pieces to collect, and I'm not too sure. And some of them are just a bitch. Literally, I'm sorry, I had to go look one up online. Some of them are just not obvious. They are not there. You really have to look, and if you have the patience, each puzzle is solvable. You have to study what's going on the screen. As you rewind time, there are certain things on the screen which will not rewind with you, and you have to use that to the best of your ability to solve the puzzles. And I have to say, it is a must download. At least try the demo, so you can at least try to win the 100,000 Microsoft points. I have to say, very, very interesting, very cool. There's nothing really more I could say about it. Now here's Geometry Wars 2, another fantastic game that came out last week. I didn't get a chance to talk about it. Now if you are a leaderboard guy where you have to be on top of your friends list, this game is definitely for you. It is a Twitch shooter, great sequel to the original. The cool thing about this game is that the gameplay is in shorter spurts, so the average game will be 3 minutes or less. Seriously, and you could score tons of points by picking up these geoms, which are the multiplier chips when you defeat the bad guys. Now this is, there's different modes. Unfortunately, I didn't film enough to really show the 6 different modes. Very cool, $10. Download it right now. You have to have it. Now here is Splatterhouse 2 for Wii's Virtual Console for the Sega Genesis. And this is a really cool little game here if you are old school. The only thing I really can't recommend this for is for the price tag. It is $8. It is a Genesis game. So you're getting Genesis graphics, the digitized voice. It's not too bad. You're punching, you're jumping, you're kicking, you're picking up weapons, and you're bashing the bad guys with them. And it can get pretty gory, not really scary or anything. I have to say, the size of the sprites are very huge. They're big. Other than that, not much else to say. Hack and slash your way through all these different levels. Totally old school. It didn't really keep my interest for too long, not for $8. And you're peeing over here, so that's kind of cool. Now, if this game was portable, I'd really get the most out of it. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to throw in the Turbo Graphics version. This is Splatterhouse 1 for the Turbo for $6. Essentially, very similar game. Smaller sprites. That's about it. Here's Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Master System. You're essentially getting Sonic here. It is a 2D classic Sonic side-scroller, the Green Hill Zone. Can't really say too much about it. $5. If you like old-school Sonic games, you'll like this. You run, you pick up rings, you defeat the bad guys, and your ultimate goal is to beat Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman or whatever he's called in this game. And again, it is old school Sonic at its finest, because if you play any of the latest Sonic games, you're likely playing a piece of turd. And this is Sonic at its best. 2D, run fast, and it's a surprisingly good port. Runs very well on a Master System, literally. I was kind of surprised. Now this here kind of came out of nowhere for me. This was Wildwest Guns. For $8, you get a light gun shooter game compatible with the Wii Zapper. And you start off with one course where you could do 3 different things. Now you unlock 5 more courses by getting a good score. Now in order to get a good score, you got to raise your multiplier, which I'm a big fan of multipliers. You do really well if you hit your targets without missing. Your multiplier goes up and up and up. And there's different rankings, so you can get gold. It's a little bit harder to get silver. You move on to the next level. Now there are fake achievements in this game, just for you, your eyes only. You know, score X amount of hits, get X amount of gold. That's not too bad. It is a 2-player game. It's surprisingly good. I have very little bad to say about it, except with all the different mini games, you can't just skip to the one you want without playing the course, unless I'm doing something wrong. Like I like the saloon fighting. I can't just do saloon fighting without doing 2 other courses first. So it's not too bad. Variety of games is decent for $8. You do much better to download this than, say, Splatterhouse 2 this week. And if you like your light gun games, it is not bad.
Jakey, you think you're funny? No? Hey, Tobin, I knew you'd be back. Come and get me.